Selma Teacher 7, Mr. Barry here. Today we're going to be looking at Canva and how we can actually use it in a variety of different ways. I'm going to introduce Canva and just show you basically what it is. But then right after that, I'm going to take you to 3 different tools or apps that I actually use to save me a lot of time in creating different types of graphics and presentations. So first off, what is Canva? Canva can be found at www.canva.com. Canva is primarily used as a graphic design platform that allows users to create a wide range of visual content. It provides a user-friendly interface and a variety of pre-designed, actually over 250,000 templates, making it very easy to use for beginners. It has a friendly interface and has advanced tools that experienced designers can make use of. I'll be showcasing the free version today, so everything that you see here is available for free without having to pay any type of a subscription or any type of other fees. You may notice by the categories that Canva is more than just graphics, but also includes tools to create documents, posters, and other types of content, including resumes. So let's jump in and show you the 3 main tips that I use with Canva. So the tools that I use within Canva mostly involve with presentations and also with graphics. So I'm going to be showing you the very first one there is blobs, and I'm going to show you how to customize blobs. And the second one would be curved text, how to work with text and then curving it. You can curve it down or you can curve it up. And another one that I'll be showing you is customizing clip art and searching clip art by color. So here we are at Canva, and what I'm going to do is, this is the home page for Canva. Just show you some of the things that we have here. We can always go back to here by clicking on home, but you have the Magic Studio, projects that you worked on, templates, brand, and apps. The apps, by the way, there are thousands of different helpful apps that allow you to really create anything that you can even imagine. And many of those apps include AI types of apps there. Alright, so to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to go and click on social media, and we're going to do the post here, which is a nice way to start on a blank one. So I'll click that one. And right away you will see thousands upon thousands of templates, but we won't be using any templates today. We'll be creating everything there ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on text, and we see many different types of styles of text that I want. I'm going to choose this one right here and type in our school logo. Climb the mountain. Climb the mountain. And see beyond. Alright. Now at any time there, if you don't like anything, you can always change it. So I don't like the script here, how it's written, the font. So I'm going to click on it and change it from this style, the Rye style. I'm going to use Spartan right here. There we go. Now we have Climb the Mountain, See Beyond. So we have some really nice text there. I'm going to be adding blobs now. So for tip number 1 is how to add blobs and custom blobs, and actually how to customize those blobs there. So we're going to click on apps on the corner, and then I'm going to type in blob or blobs. And there's 2 different apps that we use for blobs, and we're going to show you the first one here. And the way it works is it gives you a blob, and if you would like it, you simply click on Add to Design. However, if you don't like it, click on Generate to make another blob. So you keep on clicking on Generate till you find one that you like. Now I like this one, so I'm going to click on Add to Design. Then you can move it over and resize it. And not only that, but you notice that as soon as you have it there in your workspace, up here you have tools which are actually working with that blob. So we have that color, and I want to change that color. So I'm going to do that. And if there's no color that you like, you can click right here where it says add a new color. And I want one that's really subdued, kind of an earthy tone. There we go. I'll choose that one there, kind of a sandy tone there. And I'm happy with that one. So let's do it again. Go to the blobs. Let's generate another one here. Let's say I like that one. And now I can change it, the size, and position it where I want it to be. And I will change the color. Maybe I want that one to be very similar to the first one there, but maybe just a little bit darker. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. Now I'm going to click on blobs again here and generate another shape. Okay, let's say I like that one. So far they look kind of like pebbles. And let's choose another color here. Maybe this one I want it to be a little bit different. Alright, so I have 3 different pebbles here, and each one is a unique color. Now that's the very first blob tool. Now on the blob apps, we have a second one here called CanBlob. So I'm going to click on that one and show you all of the ways that we can use that one. Now with this, we can change the type from either a solid blob or even an outline of the blob. So if I wanted this to be outlined, I can do that. Let me choose a different color here. Maybe I want to use a very dark color right there. And if I like that one, I can click on Add to Design. And then I can resize it. There we go. So that's one way to use the outline blob. If you don't like it, you can click on Delete and it takes it out. Now with the other tools that we have, we can change the complexity of the blob. So I'm going to go all the way up to 11 here. And I'm going to choose a different color here so we can see it on the preview a little bit easier for you. And let's go all the way up to complexity of 11. You notice as I bring up the complexity numbers, it gets a little bit more complex. But let's choose number 11 there. And let's say if I like that one and I want it as an outline, I can choose the outline, change the color again, and click on Add to the Design, and now I can resize it. There we go. So if I wanted this to be a poster that I wanted to use in my class or in the office, we can basically print it out and have that already created for us. So already we have 2 different blob tools. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to curve the text. Again, I'm going to take out the complex blob. I'm going to move the text up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it so that my text, so I'm going to click on text here, and I want my text to be having an effect to it. So click on Effects, And when you click on effects, you notice that you can add things such as shadows. You can have a lift to it. You can make it hollow. You can splice it. You can outline it, make an echo of it, glitch it, make a neon of it, or even put it as a background. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shadow. And then if you look at the bottom here, you notice I have shapes. And before I get into shapes though, I do have the ability to change my offset values, the direction of the shadow, the blur of the shadows, and even the transparency of the letters. So if you wanted to see through the letters to the shadow itself. But what I want to do is I'm going to add a shape and curve. So I'm going to click down here on curve. And there we go. Now it curved both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the very first one here where it says see beyond. And click on curve again and then none. And now it's removed the curve. I'm going to resize this a little bit here and move it in the center. And then what I'm going to do is, you notice that I have the ability to change the curve as well. So I'm going to click on this curve here. And when I do, you notice that you have the curve tool down at the bottom of the screen. And I can move it. So if I wanted a really strong curve all the way around, I could do that. Or if I wanted to have a faint curve, I can do that as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one about right there. And you notice that one of the pebbles is in the way, so I can move that pebble. Or I can click on the pebble, click on position, and go move to backwards there. And now it's behind my text. So it's very easy to move things backwards and forwards there. Next. So we've gone over a lot of different tips that I've used here. The very first tip was using blobs and how to customize your blobs. The second one was adding text, having your text have a curve to it, or not a curve, and how to customize that curve. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add custom clip art. So I'm going to go over here to clip art, or to the side here, and click on elements. Once I've clicked on elements, you notice that you can search elements. So I'm going to type in the word heel. And right away you see all of the different options I have related to heels. So I can have graphics, photos, videos, and even audio that has the keyword heel embedded in it. But what I'm going to do is, if you notice up here, this is going to save you a lot of time, by the way, if you have the Pro version especially. But right here, notice that you have this little box next to the search box. Click in there and you can search by a color. So if I just wanted to find a heel that had the light lime green color to it, and click on that, and now I see all of basically the graphics that have the lime green heels in it. So this really narrows down your search, so you don't have to look through millions of clip arts. And this really helps, especially if you're looking for like a flower or for hearts or something like that, that there's just millions of them there, and you want one with a very specific color. So let's type in heart. There's all the lime green hearts. So there's actually hundreds of them down here of different hearts that have the lime green color to them. If you don't want that, you can click up here and let's choose pink. So now we have pink hearts. Okay, let's go back to our presentation and I want a heel, and I don't want a pink heel. And let's see here. So now I'm looking for heels. Whoops. There we go. So now I'm looking for heels that have the lime green color. If you want to take off and not search by color, simply click on that little X. It'll clear that out, and now you're back to seeing all of the results for your keywords. And what I want to do is I'm going to click on one of the heels that I want to use, and there it is. So I want to use this heel, and you notice right away that it is covering up my text, and I can move it by changing its position behind the text. But first off, I want to change and customize my clip art. I can actually do that. If you notice that my clip art is highlighted, and as long as it's highlighted, I have these colors. These are the colors that are being used within that clip art. So maybe I didn't want such dark colors being used. So I can click on the dark green, and I can change it and make it a little bit lighter. There we go. So now my darkest color is a little bit lighter. I can click on the next green there and click over here where it says document colors and bring that up. I'm going to click on the third green, select it there from the side panel here and bring that up. I'm just dragging up the color, making it a little bit lighter. And now I'm going to choose the very last shade of green. Click over on the left panel and bring that up as well. Okay. Now I have Climb the Mountain, See Beyond, and the mountain is a little bit lighter so it doesn't dominate the scene so much. I'm going to change its position. I'm going to go and say move it to the back. There we go. Now I have a very nice poster that I can print out and display there in the classroom for my students where it says Climb the Mountain, See Beyond. And if you want to download your work, click on File and then click on Download, and you can choose what type of file type. So maybe you want PNG, but if you wanted something else such as JPEG or PDF or some of these others, you can save it as that, but I will choose PNG. Then click on Download, and it downloads the document for you into your Downloads folder. Hey, there you go. Now you know a little bit more about Canva.com. Hopefully you get to use it and actually get to create some wonderful works of presentations or works of art there with it. Hey, if you like these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below because I do read your comments, and if you have an idea for a future video, leave that down there in the comments as well. I'd like to say thank you to all those who stayed to the end, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.